The end of something doesn't care for how it affects the heart. It doesn't wait for the right time. It doesn't give you a moment to prepare. It arrives like a wave crashing over everything you've built, leaving you gasping for air in its wake. There is no perfect moment for two people to break apart. No ideal time to untangle two lives, two hearts, two souls that have been woven together over years, days, or even just moments that meant something. And yet, when it happens, it feels like the world should stop, because how can something so enormous, so life-altering just happen? Breakups aren't just the end of a relationship, they are the slow unraveling of a shared existence. A life that once made sense, now disintegrated into fragments of memories, habits, inside jokes that suddenly have no one to share them with. One day, they were your home, your safe place. The person who knew how you took your coffee, who remembered the small things, like the way your voice changes when you're tired, or how you always need silence in the morning. And then, just like that, they're gone. But not really, because they still exist everywhere. In your mind, in your routine, in the spaces they used to fill. It's the cruelest kind of grief, because they are still alive, still walking the world, just not with you. The temptation to reach out is unbearable, to send one last message, to fix what's been broken. But some things aren't meant to be repaired. Some endings must be honored, no matter how much it hurts. And then comes the anger, because how could they leave? How could they take something sacred, something you built with your own hands, and just walk away? This is the person whose heart you once fought to protect. Now they are the source of your deepest pain, and it feels unnatural, like love turned inside out, twisting into something unrecognizable. You hate them for not fighting harder, but maybe deep down, you hate yourself more. For not seeing it coming, for not being enough to make them stay. But love was never about keeping someone chained to you. And the truth, the one you don't want to face, is that if they had to leave, then it was already over long before they walked away. You will heal, not all at once, not in a straight line, but piece by piece, moment by moment. One day, their name won't feel like a knife in your chest. One day the love will remain, but the pain won't. And on that day, you will realize something powerful. Losing someone doesn't mean losing yourself. You are still here. You are still whole, even without them. A breakup is a torment unlike any other. The slow, creeping horror of realizing that the love you built, the one you once swore would last forever, is slipping through your fingers. You tell yourself that if you can just hold on a little longer, if you fight a little harder maybe, just maybe, it won't end like this. Maybe love can be resurrected. Maybe this is just a phase, just a storm, and if you can endure it, you'll find your way back to what once was. But love doesn't just die in an instant. It withers, it erodes, and in its decay it becomes something unrecognizable, something cruel, something sharp. You remember the things you said, the words you threw like daggers, knowing exactly where they would cut the deepest. And now they echo in your mind over and over, a chorus of regret that never stops playing. What is love, if not the promise to protect someone's heart? And yet in the end, weren't you the one who broke it? You never meant to hurt them. You never meant for things to end like this. But love, once poisoned, can't be undone. There are things you cannot unsay, wounds you cannot unmake, and that is the cruelest part of it all. The realization that no matter how much you regret, you cannot go back. And so one day, you stop waiting for them to come back. You stop rereading old messages. You stop checking their online status, wondering if they're thinking about you too. And when that day comes, you realize that the worst has already happened, and you survived. Heartbreak is not just the loss of love. It's the loss of a future you once imagined. It is the unraveling of a life once shared. And it is the hardest thing you will ever endure. But remember, you are not alone in this pain. And one day, the love that left will be replaced by something new, something better, something that does not need to be fought for to stay.